What is up, everybody? So, I don't know why everyone's so scared of chat versus FGO, because we're not going to be doing what we did last time where we have to use, like, you know, people saying things in chat, which that was, you know, a real nightmare. We're going to use a plugin, so it shouldn't be a problem, right? Unless people are just being idiots, but I don't think people are going to be any bigger idiots than they normally are, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. Speaking of which, does anyone remember the plugin? Because I think it was Red that was sharing it with me, but I don't have the link. But there's like a plugin where it lets chat vote on where to click on the screen, right? That's, I think, the best way to do it. And that's, after this stream, I'm going to try to look into that and try to get it ready for tomorrow. Because on NA, I'm at the Ziggurat boss that I need to record the MP animation for. So I can just do that tonight and then we're good to go. I mean, that is literally chat versus FGO, because chat is going to be the one voting on what to do. Like, everyone votes, and then whatever chat voted on happens. That's literally chat versus FGO. What do you want me to do? Mail you an account? Alright, what are we gonna do here? So, hey, Looking Glass, thank you for the 31-month resub. Jesus. Thank you, thank you. But, I really wish we had story replay, because I realized I don't really have any Kana solo videos. I thought I had made a bunch, but I actually haven't. I've just done a lot of team stuff. And I want to do, like, one of the really hard stages that she can solo, but most of those aren't replayable, so I could do Lobo, but I have so many Lobo videos now, I kind of want to do something different. Might use, like, the newbie account when it gets to Lost Belt 4 and after I do the tree. Yeah, I have like 2 Kana solos, but they're both like 9 months old or 6 months old or some crap, so I need to have like a really good one. I need to do one where it's like versus really, really hard content, like right at the edge of what you can do, you know, like Lost Belt 4 or something like that. I don't know if we ever tried Canis versus Cleo. We could try that real quick. She probably does alright. Let me go to my command codes here.
Yeah. いらっしゃいだね、マスターくん。地道にコツコツやる？それとも盛大にリソースを使うのかな？
Hold on, gotta fix my volume. There we go. Imagine FGO though with UI options. Imagine that. Let me think. We're gonna want to give her the one that removes the defense buff like 100%, because if Cleo lands her defense buff, that's a huge problem. What else? Probably gonna go with Atlas, I think. I feel like the crits are gonna be pretty unreliable. Who did I gave command codes to somebody recently. Who was it? Because they've got most of the ones in... There we go. Oh yeah, I was trying to do something crazy with Calamity Jane and it almost worked, but it didn't. I was trying to take advantage of her Pearson vulnerability. Honestly, if she was like NP3 level 90, it would probably work. Oh, you know what? Isn't Kintoki rated up today? I'm thinking about rolling for him on my ult account. The only reason I'm hesitant is because I kind of want to roll story on my ult account, which is weird, but it's because I don't have Asclepius on that account, and like I really want to have Asclepius. But I like Kintoki. Like, obviously his Berserker version I don't like as much because his hair makes him look like a complete fucking tool, but he's still a cool character, and I've always liked his gameplay, because he's good, but he's not even remotely broken. Like, he's not even remotely broken. Like, if they ever add story replay, I would love to be able to, like, go do a bunch of hard boss fights with Kintoki and just see how it does. Or, like, almost everything on the team is pretty budget-friendly, except for Kintoki, right? Like, do Gwaine and all that stuff, you know, all the hard stuff. Because he's a Berserker, so you can use him against almost anything. I think that would just be so fun. Wait, you already have Kintoki on your ult? What? Well, then I might go for B2 then. That actually makes me way more willing to roll, because then I only need to get 1 copy. Yeah, now I'm definitely doing it. Okay, we need, trying to think if I want Gilgamesh or the Star Absorb one. The Star Absorb one is like the one way to crit though if you don't have a lot of Stargen, and we're not gonna have a lot of Stargen. All right, let's do that real quick. Let's roll for MP2 Kintoki. I must have been spooked by him. All right, let's see. I'm using Samsung Dex right now, and I'm pretty sure there's a way for me to just like switch. Let me see here. I think you can do that, yeah. And then this is the ult. Oh, right. So if we don't want this to be the worst stream ever, I'm gonna have to switch to Samsung Flow. Because, I don't know why, but I just cannot get my, secure folder to, like, let me... God, this Dex just does not work well with secure folder, which is annoying because it's made by the same company, for God's sakes. Anyway, I can't get it to expand, right? Like any other app on Samsung Dex, I can get it to expand, but anything through what's weird is anything through Samsung secure folder, I can expand except for FGO. Only FGO won't let me do it. So yeah, let me switch to Samsung Flow here so we can actually see what the hell is going on. Small gotcha indeed. Give me a second here. Yeah, I've been so... Oh, thanks, Red. Can you link me that on Discord? Like, send it to me on a DM. That'll make it a lot easier. Anyway, it's really frustrating to me because I've liked Imagine DW supporting Samsung. Yeah, good luck with that one. But everything about Samsung Dex has been nice, and like it's working really well. It lets me like forcibly change the resolution and all that shit. But not being able to play my ult through it is kind of the worst. And then because of DW being a bunch of fucking jackasses, if I stream through if my phone is my screen, my resolution's gonna be messed up, right? So there's like no winning. I truly don't know what to do when they bring out a new story because I like to stream it on my ult account. I might have to just buy another phone or something. I don't know, man. I don't want to spend that much money though just to stream it. It's like easier. It's not responsible use of money. Okay, I think I got it working here. It's not that screen. It's not that screen. It's that one. There we go. Talk about behind the curtain right now. Let me resize this. There's literally no resize because of the resolution change they made. There is no resizing this to actually fit the screen, but we'll just try to make it as good as possible. That's good enough. Oh hey, Fair Rare Prism. Whoops. Hi Samsung Dex. What did I just do? I don't know what I just did. I think I opened Chrome on my phone. I'm pretty sure is what I just did. Excuse me. Boy, they're really making streaming easy these days. It's all because of that stupid update that they did, dude. I've never been more upset with an FGO update than the last one they did. It has made so many problems for me. Alright. Let me confirm that I do indeed have Kintoki on this account. That way I only need one copy to have NP2.
Yeah.
Why do I hear the volume twice? What is going on? Why do I hear the volume twice? What did I do? What is going on? Oh. I think I know why. Yeah, I think that's why. Let me make sure here. Wait, what? What is going... Dude, streaming FGO is just so hard now. I'm so confused.
リソースを使うのかな?
It's because it's playing through my phone and the game, but it doesn't normally do that. What the hell? I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused right now. Why did why did that last update have to be a thing? Wait, is this the right account? God, this account got Kiara too? God, what the fuck? Huh. Yeah, I do already have Kintoki. How about that? I had no idea. Alright, we'll go for MP2. I legit don't know how to fix the sound thing right now. Maybe close decks. I don't think that's the reason, but that's like the only thing I can think of. Let's see. Fucking tuna can.
Yeah. いらっしゃいだね、マスター。
Okay, for some reason it was playing the sound through decks as well. I don't get that. Alright. Too many apps. Wish me luck, boys. That CE is so bad, by the way. There's like no world you're ever gonna use that over like so many other free options. Look at all these worthless CEs. Yeah, all the CEs in this raid up are trash. No, I don't want the banana. I would have rather had Robo Mom. This isn't looking so good. I have a lot of berserkers in this count, funnily enough. Like I've got Force Bendo and stuff. God, I need hero proofs and void dust for Kintoki's skills. Well, there we go. That was easy. And hey, Robo Mom, why not? That was a pretty nice roll. All right, I'm legit gonna roll story. I want Asclepius. I hate that this account doesn't have Asclepius, so I gotta fix that. Hell yeah, though, NP2 Kintoki feels good, man. Now, obviously, it makes a lot more sense to gun for Asclepius when why am I just dropped frames? What the hell? I dropped like 5 frames like right now, and I'm still dropping frames. What the fuck? God, I hope I'm not having more internet problems. I mean, every time I see drop frames, I'm always worried, and sometimes it's, you know, other things. But that whole insane thing I had to deal with my ISP a while ago was just so stupid. Yeah, I'm dropping frames right now. But anyway, it makes a lot. Oh god, it makes a lot more sense to go for Asclepius if they're doing like a caster raid up, or you know, White Day, or you know, things like that. But I just want at least NP1 Asclepius. So there's your Asclepius. She actually is similar in some ways. She has a lot of anti-debuff as well. Hey, I like that. It's almost pointless though because I've got him so high. I think he's MP5 on my main now, so I'm never gonna match that. And he's grailed on my main too, but he's still a cool guy, so doesn't hurt to have. I think this account already has MP5 caster coup, I think. Lol, that's a story locked CE right there. I like how he's got double Kiyohime, right? That could have been double Asclepius. That'd have been so much better. Why am I playing with my mouse right now? I'm playing through like my preview. I should just be using my phone. I don't know why I'm doing that. Let me move my phone here. I'm too used to Samsung DeX, that's why. Double Boudica. Again, that could have been double Asclepius. Ooh. How about that though? No, I don't want a gold. Asclepius isn't a gold. I've already got Carmilla decently high on my main, so... I'm getting consistent drop frames in OBS. God damn it, you're not even rated up. Oh. I guess I can MLB that now. I'm so worried. It's like, dude, oh, there's another story lock CE. It was like, I don't know, like 6 months ago now. Like, my ISP just had so many problems, and they had to like replace my landline and all kinds of nonsense. I'm so worried it's gonna be some bullshit with that again. I hope not. Yeah, technically, that's the other Canis CE. Man, if I don't get a single copy of Asclepius, I'm gonna be mad. You just gotta say something. Good enough. I'll worry about getting him a higher NP rank when he's actually in like a caster rate up, or, you know, he's rated up, or White Day, or whatever. That's good enough for now. I cannot believe I did not roll to get him when he was rated up back in the day on this account. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, fucking insanity. Okay, let's clean up our inventory a bit, because it's gonna need it. Okay, we already had him in D5. Man, I like how we got Banana Oni when she's rated up, and then we got Banana Oni when she's not rated up. Like, what the hell, man? I won't burn Casterku just in case I don't have an MP5, but I'm pretty sure that I do. We're looking at NP rank wise here. Yeah, I got one Gonzo. I wish I'd gotten two. If I'd gotten two, I'd have been really happy there. Unfortunately, we got two Banana Onis instead. Hell yeah, though. I will say it does kind of suck because my main account is swimming, and I mean swimming, in like gold caster gems, right? Where my ult account, not so much. God, I'm gonna have to farm on my ult account to get hero proofs and void dust, I bet. I don't know how many I have, but I doubt it's enough. Okay, I'm not dropping frames now, so I'm hoping it was just like an internet blip or Twitch, because sometimes it's Twitch, it's hard to know. Right now we're not dropping frames. Why do I have all these Neros? Okay, that was, I will say I'm kind of happy we got a Siegfried. Getting MP2 is pretty nice. I don't see me leveling him on my ult account anytime soon though, because he is level 90 like MP5 on my main. Alright, what about, yeah, it looks like Casterku is already MP5. And for Caster Gilius and a VC Bronze, so I don't think I need to keep any of those. Yeah, I picked Bindo as my free 5-star. Felt good. Well, I guess we just save up for Gil again. Try to get, if Gil ever gets rated up, try to get a MP5 on him. But I'm super happy. I've been wanting to test out Kintoki more. And yeah, I didn't have Asclepius. I need to level Asclepius ASAP though, because I'd like to have him ready for 5.5 in case, because I'm going to stream 5.5 on this account and record videos on my main. And so if there's any like LOL debuff fights, it'd be nice to have him ready to go. I might actually level him before Kintoki, which is super anticlimactic, but I mean, I suspect we're gonna need Asclepius for something at some point, so. There is the champ. Such a fucking good 3-star, man. Oh yeah, I've got King Potato Chips. I forgot about that. There it is. Okay. Now if we do any farming, we'll do that off stream. Hey Saber Nero. Yeah, I got the banana twice. They actually just buffed their Saber Nero. You probably know that, but they actually just buffed her the other day. It made her disengaged targetable, and it also gives a 100% crit buff for 1 turn. And then if Shoten's on the field, you get some other niche buffs too, but that's, you know, pretty rare. Like, if Horse Bindo's one of your favorites, you might as well go for NP3, but if you just like him, NP2 is fine, right? NP2 is the biggest damage boost. Now I'll say these for Kintoki, just in case we do have them in time for the event. Or, it's not an event, it's a main story, excuse me. Oh, good. Haven't bought them yet. If I can get Kintoki and Asclepius ready to go before 5.5, I'll be happy. Yeah, like, the buff is decent without shooting. The shooting stuff is just a bonus. But I will say, it's not like, there are times that you're not going to get really anything out of her buff, because sometimes you're going to need to use her disengage skill just as regular disengage. And then it's not going to be on a turn where you'd be able to crit anyway, right? So it's not like a buff that it's like, oh yeah, you're going to get value out of this every time, no matter what. It's not one of those, right? It is kind of niche, but it's a really nice niche, right? Targeted debuff removal is good, and then there are going to be times that you don't need to remove any debuffs, and then you can just use it as a big crit skill, and that's good too, right? So she's absolutely better, but it's, you know, sometimes when they buff a unit, like Herc's buff. Hercules' buff is this universal, just, I get way more value now, right? He lives longer, and while he's alive, he's doing more damage consistently, right? Her buff is nothing like that at all. Yeah, if Horse Bindo's one of your favorites, then sure, go for NP3. NP3 is kind of when your NP damage peaks, right? NP4 and 5 are less of a bonus. So, yeah, if you really, really like him, go for it. And gameplay-wise, he's good. He's certainly good. And he's, you know, green, so good in my book too. I agree she should have gotten a stronger buff, but at least it's something, right? You know, she can do the whole big crit turn, big NP turn, you know, it's kind of nice. But yeah, she's still way behind, like, Beowulf. Like, she's way behind Beowulf, unless you really need buff removal and debuff removal. I probably have way more pages than that on my main, because I farm more on my main, obviously. I might actually grail Asclepius someday. I really like him. But Babbage is our grail target right now. Wait, did I grail Babbage when we got the grail? I think I did. Like when we got the one from the event. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. But we're gonna get another one, and then he can be 80. I'm probably gonna grail him to 90, and then actually grail a few other people, and then go back to grailing Babbage. That's probably how I'm gonna do it. Oh god, doesn't Asclepius take Void Dust too or something? Like, I remember his skills were a little painful to level, but so worth it. He is so worth it to 10-10-10. Like, big time. Let me look what he takes. Actually, his skill ranks aren't too bad. It's like Snake Jewels, Pages, Stems, Eggs. That's not bad. I feel like this account might not have enough caster gems though. That might be the thing that gets me, we'll see. Well, you can see how much I value Asclepius because I literally just threw like 500 SQ at Story to get him. I mean, it's super, he's so good, man. Like, you can actually throw SQ at story and get him. Now, obviously, it's much easier to get him if it's a caster rate up, White Day, you know, whatever. But if you wanted to get like Mev or you know, Tesla, the odds of getting them through story pull are awful, right? Where it's not as bad for Asclepius. It's still going to take a chunk though, for sure. It takes a second to get through all these animations, man. He looks so done with the world right there. Jesus. Yeah, I've had Columbus in P5 for quite some time. I think I rolled on White Day or something to get him. Honestly, most of the story lock 3 stars are men, like overwhelming. Actually, I think all of them are except for Taika. And so White Day makes it a lot easier to get them because it cuts all the waifus out of it, and you can get story locks in White Day. So that makes it a pretty easy time, especially if you happen to like other, you know, males too. Like oh, I might get a Beowulf spook or something, right? Because your odds of getting those are higher as well. Let's see, when is White Day? Isn't it like April or something? After Valentine's. Yep, we're gonna have to do some Ember farming now. Well, I'll do that off stream though, cause fuck that. Oh my god, dude. Dude, I have never been more annoyed with them when it comes to like the way they do 4-star rate ups. That was so lame of them. That was so fucking lame of them. And I don't dislike Cersei, but that was so fucking lame of them. White Day is like the one time you have, it's like a good shot at getting like Fionn, Lancelot, Beowulf, Herc, right? Because that's... And they're like, nope, we're adding a they put a fucking female in the White Day rate up. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, that was so dumb, dude. I fucking hated that. And like, people would lose their minds if they added like Lancelot into the Valentine's Day rate up, right? People would be so mad. Like, that was so fucking lame of them. I really hope they don't ever do that again, because that was so fucked, dude. I'm pretty sure I didn't even roll that time because of that. Because it's like, your odds of getting a Beowulf spook or Herc spook now are, you know, trash. At least it didn't fuck with the 3 stars, but my main already has all the you know, 3 stars at MP5, so I didn't get any good out of that. Oh my god, I seriously forgot about that. That was some frustrating shit. I'm gonna level the skills real quick. I want to see how far we can get. If I can get him 10, 10, 10, I'm gonna be super happy. Let's see, where is he? Hopefully I have caster gems. Not helping that I literally forgot what level he is right now. He's like 50 something or 60 something. Surely I have blue caster gems? The only reason he wouldn't show up here is if I don't have blue caster gems. And I don't play this account a lot, but surely I did like a lottery and I got blue caster gems, right? Like, Jesus. Oh my god, why does this account also have Odysseus? God damn it. Wait, where is Asclepius, dude? It would oh, there he is. I just could not remember what level he was, so I didn't know where to look. Jesus, okay, this one's... all of his skills are super important, but we'll get this one up first. Do you think they'll do a big event for the Camelot movies? No, absolutely not. They might later down the road, but no way. They literally, every time a new game comes out or a new anime comes out, they do almost nothing. right? When APOC aired, they put out a stage, and the reward was one of those shitty CEs that, you know, gives you like plus 50 Master XP, right? And then when like Arcade launched, same thing. When Extella launched, same thing. Like, they don't ever do anything side by side because they have like the, oh god, I have no caster gems. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god, dude. Feels bad. Oh, that feels bad, dude. Need another lottery event. I'm trying to think, what did I level? Because I know I didn't play this account much during the Hagfest. I was focusing on my main and like the newbie account or something. But I played it some. So I must have used what I got. Yeah, whatever they do for the Camelot movies is going to be a joke. And if they want to do more for it, it'll be later down the road. I think what they'll do with Ozzy is what they did with Edmund. I 100% think when they give Ozzy an animation update 30 years from now, they're going to do exactly what they did for Edmund. So they're going to make his sprite look better, and they're going to make the attacks look better, but it's going to be the same choreography. But then when instead of doing repeat animations, he'll get new animations, right? And maybe they'll change his extra attack a little bit. But I'm sure he's still going to summon the Sphinx. They're still going to have the orbital lasers coming down, because I mean, that's literally what his attacks are in lore anyway. They're just going to make them look better. And then instead of doing like the same animations over and over, he'll do different things. So he won't repeat animations. But I don't think they're going to get rid of any of his animations. Alright, well, I have to at least get him 666 before the event or something. Or before the, you know, new main story. I'll try anyway. Yeah, they'll like change his second Buster animation, stuff like that. There's a chance you get an animation update soon, but I find DW is often very disappointing when it comes to those things. Before I switch back to my main, let me see how many Berserker gems I have on me right now. Like gold ones.
Yeah.
Please tell me I have a Berserker that's like sitting at a skill rank where I can check. It's like the easiest way to do it. I don't want to go to my inventory because it gives out information that helps people yoink your account, so no thanks. Well, we're gonna level this skill anyway, so. I actually suspect that there still is gonna be a Christmas event. They'll just do it after the main story. We'll do main story right into Christmas, I think. Not that rare for them to do stuff like that anyway. Wow. I should have played the last lottery event more, but I don't level stuff on this account often, so I don't think I prioritize this account much, so. Alright, let's go back to the main account, and I can stop fucking using Samsung Flow, which is like a nightmare already, and then with how shitty that patch was, I'm really not a fan. Oh, whoops, that is, I have the wrong, there you go. Professional streamer, by the way. I really do gotta figure something out. Having to switch between Flow and Dex is just awful. Like, it really sucks. That is not the right screen. That is the right screen. Alright, well, I'm feeling pretty good that I just got Asclepius and Kintoki there. Excuse me, audio sliders. Okay, Canis, I believe, was the idea. Kinda got off track.
ようこそレオナルド・ダ・ヴィンチの強化ラボへ。
So, Gilgamesh CC versus this one. The Gilgamesh one is way more consistent damage. You don't have to crit to get it, and if you crit, you get even more. But the Absorb is one of the few ways we're going to get any kind of crits actually going. We'll try this for now. Hope for good RNG. So I should switch this one for the Burn command code. It's slightly better damage in the same Star Bomb, but I hate the UI for command codes so much that I'm not going to bother. I hope I never have to do the maze event again. Wait, don't I have to do it on NA? Because doesn't it have a poison command code in it? And like, you're really screwing yourselves if you don't get the poison command code for Robin and stuff. God. Oh, God. I thought it was behind me. I'm literally going to do it on NA up to unlocking the command code and then I'm stopping. But I seriously fucked that event. At least, though, it should be way better on NA. Because I swear they're going to give NA the patched version. Which is, it's still not great, but it's significantly better. So that hopefully won't be too painful. And then maybe they don't give it the patched version, but I think they will. Like, they normally, when they do events like that, they normally do like the upgraded or patched version, you know, stuff like that. Where are the Georges at? Max with the save. You know, we could always use the Yang CC. And we actually might need to, because I think this stage is hard enough to call for it, and this boss casted vulnerability. This is kind of cheesy, but I'm gonna do it. Unfortunately, my Yang CE is only level 20, because I only got one copy of it. But I tell you, I'm gonna try to limit break it when it comes back. As cheap and as bullshit as this CE is, I want it limit broken. So when we do really like fucked up solos like this, we have it as an option. Okay, now let's do Atlas. I think Atlas is better. You don't have burn command code? Oh my god, fucking command code UI. It's so great, guys.
Yeah.
I love it.
いらっしゃいだね、マスターくん。
Please tell me I don't already have the burn command code on someone. I mean, there's literally 3 burn command codes, but there's a specific one that I want to use, so... Okay, definitely replacing that one, like, no question. Yeah, so there's 2 reasons you want to limit break it. Going up to 40% damage is really disgusting, and it makes it easier to justify not having starting NP. But another reason is because it allows you to level it up. And it's such a good CC that you want to level it up. So, like, seriously, a level 100 Yang CE is just unbelievably strong. I might actually start making CE bombs and just get ready for when it gets rated up again, so I can just instantly make it 100. I think that it's seriously that broken. 5% adds up, though, because it's 5% being applied to every single card in your deck every single turn, right? It's like, seriously, so because it's 5% hitting 4 cards, because it's the extra attack too every turn, and let's say the solo or the last man standing is like, you know, 5 to 10 turns, that's a lot of extra damage. But what's way more important than that is the level, right? The combination of getting 5% more damage every single fucking time you hit something, and then being able to level the CE from level 20, but up to 100, that extra attack stat is quite a bit of extra damage too. So that extra attack stat and that 5% combined is a huge deal. Like, it's very noticeable. Like, some CE effects, you know, an extra 5% is not that big of a deal, but 5% damage that applies to all color types and your NP and crits and everything like that, that matters quite a bit. So, if we use our quick card often, I don't need another burn CEC, but I kind of want another one. There is that burn command code that gives crit damage and burn. That's really good. Normally I would pick that on Buster card, no problem. Wouldn't care. The reason I'm hesitant is because we really need to remove her defense buff if she lands it, so I still want this one. But I don't really want to get rid of this one because this is kind of the best one we got. So this is kind of awkward. Yeah, no, extra attack is ridiculous on triple buster units, and especially with like the Yang CE, because the Yang CE affects your extra attack. That's one thing, one reason it's so good, and why Golden Sumo is so good. Because, okay, random tangent here, but so, let's say you're using a buster unit, right? And you don't have Golden Sumo. I'm always talking about, why, you know, Golden Sumo being a really good standard, like blanket CE. So, aerial drive is very similar to Golden Sumo for a buster unit, right? But, you know, it only affects your buster cards and your NP, right? That's it. Where if you've got Golden Sumo, yeah, maybe you're not using your quick and your art attacks much, but you might use them some. And then it also affects your extra attack, right? And your extra attack can do a lot of damage, especially on a buster unit. So attack up from Golden Sumo or, you know, Yang CE or Origin Bullet or what have you. That stuff is really good. And yeah, it also has Pierce and Vulnerability. That's the other thing. Like, it's good enough as is, but then yeah, it has permanent Pierce and Vulnerability, which is insane. Maybe we could replace the art one, even. Like, if I use my art card or my quick card every 3 turns, I'm not gonna need another burn command code anyway. Honestly, in this fight, because I don't have the Yang CE limit broken and it's only level 20, I think Golden Sumo would normally be better. The reason it's not is because the boss actually casts Invulnerability, so. Okay, I'm gonna try to get away with just the 1 burn command code. I'm gonna be greedy. If it works out. There absolutely are times, though, where the Yang CE is not right, because sometimes starting NP is such a big deal, and sometimes the enemy health bars are small enough, especially if you're counterclassing, that you're not going to need that extra damage anyway. You'd rather get that NP faster. Like, that very much can be a thing. Oh, hey, look, we got our burn right now. It's always nice on Buster card, though, because you want to start with a Buster card, but, oh well. Hey, look, we have burn on ourselves, too. Yeah, if you have burn on Buster, the command can actually apply before the damage. It's just a game. Yeah, it'd be funny if the Yang CE activated if you were burnt, and then getting burned here would be a good thing. When do I cast my 3rd skill? Probably now. Actually, maybe I should have cast it last time. Oh, Canis. Goddamn brick. I mean, the game's a little loud. I would hardly say loud as fuck. It's not like that loud at all. It is a little loud. Okay, probably gonna NP next turn. We want to break next turn. This might be a waste of my 2nd skill, because I'm not sure the attack down's gonna matter. Because I'm like, LOL, she might do 0 damage, but that, who cares? She's gonna NP anyway. Give crits. I want to crit twice at least. Oh, Phoenix does a lot more. Oh my god. What the hell? Okay, I'll take it. She cleared the burn! That's gonna make my NP so awkward now. Okay, I really should have put a burn on a Buster card. I should not have cast my third skill when I did. I did not time that right. Because yeah, it's better to do invulnerability here. Oh, this sucks. I done goofed. I didn't plan out. I forgot that she cleared debuffs, right? Because I could have done triple buster here, but now I can't. Oh, this turn sucks. Oh, this turn sucks. What have I done? I thought about doing Q in PQ, but I want to go for the 40% crit. It might happen. But yeah, I know quick NP quick might have been right. If I don't crit, it would have been right. Damn it! Because with the crit buff from the NP, that buster attack still would have done a crap load of damage. That NP is really funny when you know what she's saying. She did not land the defense up, but she landed the attack up, so now I wish I had brought the command code that removes attack up, because now she's gonna hit like a truck, and I don't got my third skill. By the way, if I was recording, that's the turn that I would turn the voice lines off to edit in, you know the one. Wow, I think we... Dude, so I can tell this would be really close and like really tough if we didn't have the Yang CE. Like, it's probably still doable, but it'd be really tough. Like, you'd be pushing it. But we're actually winning with quite a bit of like wiggle room here because Yang CE is just fucking busted. Like, it's so, but I'm gonna do slow-mo because we might kill here and I don't want to lose the stage. Yeah, I figured this would be kind of like a 50-50 win rate otherwise, but with Yang it's probably like 9 here some crap. Yeah, she might live this turn. Depends if we crit or not. If we crit, she's fucked. Damn it, no crit. That's so unsatisfying. Oh! Ooh, killed anyway. Look at that damage. That's disgusting, man. Like, that extra attack just brutal. That was impressive. What, Awawa versus Anastasia? Probably Awawa. It depends. Like, there are good things about Anastasia as well. It's kind of apples and oranges, but I kind of say Awawa, I would think. Yeah, it's not an emulator, this is Samsung Dex. Basically what I'm doing is it's a program that lets you have your phone use your computer screen as its monitor, if that makes any sense. But it's just straight up using your, like your phone is still doing everything. It's a pretty nice app, but the app only works on Samsung devices, so. Dude, I'm telling you, if you use Android, Samsung's, I'm not trying, you know, again, not hashtag not sponsored, but like if you're on Apple, there's a lot of ways to stream your phone, right? There's a lot of ways to do it. But if you're on Android, there really isn't. And Samsung makes it a lot easier. Again, hashtag not sponsored. If they want to sponsor me though, you know, I'll take it. It's not like screen share. There's other apps that are like that. Like Samsung Flow is screen share. What that app does is it's mirroring what is happening on your phone onto your computer. And then you stream the mirror, right? Like that's how Flow works. Samsung Dex is literally just your phone is, it's kind of like how it's possible to hook up your phone to your television, right? And then like, it'll use your television as like the screen instead of your phone. That's kind of how Dex works because like I literally can't, when I'm doing this, I can't use my phone to do stuff, right? Because my phone is detecting my monitor as like its broadcast thing. So like I can't manipulate Like with Samsung Flow, I can actually like use my phone, right? I can click on my phone and use the touchscreen and all that, and whatever I'm doing is going to be shown on like the mirror. Where with Dex, you can't do that. You have to use the computer because it's really weird. What I find weird is I don't even know who would want to use a program like this outside of a streamer, right? Especially one where you're not supposed to use emulators, right? So I'm like, because it's, I don't know, maybe there's like some file sharing nonsense, and I don't know, maybe some people just, you know, they like the specs on their phone, right? And, yeah, I guess it's just for people that don't want to use an emulator, really. I guess that's the main thing. Developers is what Dex was made for? That makes sense. That makes sense. That explains a few things. Well, it works for me, so I'll take it. It's a little funky, but so far, I've liked it. I hope they support it, though. Like, that's the problem with Samsung, is they keep making apps like Samsung... What was it? They made SideSync, they made Samsung Flow, and then they made Dex, and like they never supported any of those apps, and they abandoned them pretty quickly. And they still work, but they're funky. I hope they actually support this one. So they literally never say what is going on with Canis's second set of ears there. They never say anything. The theory is horse, because Poseidon Essence and Poseidon had like was also like the god of horses, but no, it's never confirmed or mentioned in anywhere. Like none of her My Rune lines say anything about it. Some people have mentioned she has like fluffy ears or whatever, but like they never explain anything, so it's just there for some fucking reason. Dex has been existing for a while, so they'll probably keep supporting it. I hope so, and if developers like it, then I'm sure they will. The only thing I don't like about it is because, again, it's not mirroring your phone, right? It's not. It's you're using it as like the screen, and the problem with that is like if you have like HDMI and things like that, like the different, it's basically having to convert your commands back and forth, and so there's a bit of delay for me. Now I think there are certain types of monitors in way you can hook it up to your monitor that it won't have that delay, but for me it does. So like I could not, if I tried to play Art Knights on this thing, it would be infuriating, right? You know, F goes turn-based, it's not a big deal, and it's not much of a delay, but there's a tiny delay that I can definitely feel. So like what we were doing today on Art Knights with Yito, right? If I was trying to do that with this delay, I would lose my mind. Like I would be so fucking pissed. Because like that was, you know, really coming down to like the timing, right? Like when skills come back and stuff for healing, all that. You know, if you're having to delay half a second, that's not great. It's probably not even half a second delay though, but I definitely feel it. But I've heard there are ways to set it up where there is no delay, but doesn't seem to be worth the effort for me to do all that. All right, what do we want to do now? Let's see. I'm glad Canis wrecked that so hard, but yeah, obviously that would have been really tight if we didn't have the Yang CE. That was the reason. It's so obvious how broken that is. Like, here's the thing. Not only is it that broken, but that's a level 20 Yang CE. That's not limit broken. If it was limit broken, you know, that we would have had quite a bit more damage. My God, can you imagine how much damage her extra attack is going to do? Because she'll have the... Jesus Christ, dude. She's going to have the 3-of-a-kind bonus, so the extra attack will do more damage from that. She'll have the first card buster bonus, so it'll do more damage from that. She'll have the 40% attack up from her first skill, so it'll get more damage from that. Like, and then the Yang CE is another 40%. Like, that's just crazy. Like, her extra attack's gonna hit like a fucking NP. Yeah, basically every modern mobile game is okay with emulators because they've just seen the light and they're like, yeah, I mean, you know, loads of people can't play on mobile or don't want to play on mobile. But they're totally fine with, you know, spending money on the game anyway. So what do we care if they play an emulator? So like 7 Deadly Sins, the Dragon Ball Z game. I haven't gotten any confirmation if they're okay with emulators, but I think they are. I know Grand Blue Fantasy is fine with it. Arc Knights is fine with it. I haven't heard if Genshin's okay with it, but they don't need. It doesn't matter because they have a proper PC version, so it's not even the same. But most of them are fine with emulators, and some of them have even like put out patches and stuff to make sure they work better on emulators and stuff. FGO is like one of the only ones that has been against emulators. As far as I'm aware, FGO's official stance is still they're against emulators, but they used to like patch FGO in ways to try to break emulators so it wouldn't work. They haven't done that in ages. So I kind of think they're gonna still say they're against it, but I don't feel like they're gonna actively try to screw it over anymore. Like I feel like I still try not to use them for FGO as often as possible, just because it is technically against their terms of service. But I suspect at this point they're not going to do anything about it. And hell, they might take it out of their terms of service at some point. It's good business to support emulators. Yeah, you might have that one guy that finds a way to, bullshit things, but it's never going to be widespread enough to be worth it. Where having more people play your game is better. And it makes it easier to stream and make videos. And you want people streaming and making videos. It's good for your game. The Modica game is also against emulators, really? That's worrying because that is such a new game and yet it is also Aniplex. So yeah, it probably is. That does sound like it's Aniplex and not DW then. But yeah, overwhelmingly most games are okay with it these days. Granblue has a browser version? Huh. Does it run well? I didn't know that. I'll have to try that because I've always said I want to try Granblue on my stream, like as a one-off time or something, or once or twice just to see it. It does run well. Yeah, I'll try that. Fuck it, I'll try that. I didn't realize it had a browser version. It's kind of cool. Cause I'm pretty sure it's easy to stream that. So. They pretty much, the thing about FGO is what I've seen, I don't think they've ever banned someone for playing on emulator, ever. But what the problem is they try to break emulators from time to time. So like if the game just won't work anymore. I've never heard of them banning someone for using an emulator. I just think they think I don't think they understand PC. They don't understand emulators and stuff. So they're worried that people are gonna like hack the game easier and get like free SQ and shit like that. That's what they're worried about. Which that's not really a thing, but it's so not worth it. Like there's a reason why every other developer has been okay with it, and most of them have actually like helped people get it working on emulator and stuff. Because why do you, like, it is such a dumb mindset. Like, way to go, you fucking dinosaur, right? It's like you want your team, your PR guy, your community manager, right, helping people play your game on as many platforms as possible and have the games not crashing and shit, right? And you normally see that most developers, like on Steam or whatever, will use their own forums and try to help people, fix their game if things aren't working well, right? Because of course they do. They want people playing their goddamn game. How do you think they're gonna make any money? Like, yeah, you're gonna make money by having less people play your game. Right? Like, what a goddamn dinosaur. Why do you think Genshin Impact is trying to be on every single fucking platform possible? Right? Because this is more user base. Like, of course you want to do that. Like, it really bugs me how fucking, like, out of date Aniplex and fucking Sony and DW and stuff are with these things. It's just crazy. It does sound like I'll be so curious when DW puts out one of their own games. They're working on, it's called like Soccer Wars or something. I literally know nothing about that game. I don't know what the fuck it is. But I know they have another mobile game coming out, a gacha game that they've been working on for a while called, it's like Difficult Becoming an Adult, which that is just the worst name I've ever heard for a fucking video game. But anyway, I'm really curious when those games come out, what kind of differences you're going to see between them and FGO, because as far as, like, the last I knew, It's Difficult Becoming an Adult didn't even have a publisher. They're probably looking for one, but they were originally self-publishing. And then I don't know about Soccer Wars. But so it'll be interesting to see what differences you see between the two games, because that'll kind of tell you a lot of the differences that's happening with the publisher. And some of it might be how much you care about the game, but it's hard to become an adult, yeah, pretty much. That's such a bad name. And like, I'm gonna try to ignore the name, and like, if I test it, I want to give them a fair shake, sure, but that is such a dumb name, dude. And I hate games that are like trying so hard to like be aimed at teenagers. Like, I prefer games and stories and just be themselves, and don't have a target demographic like that. And like, if whatever you want to do happens to like be more aimed at a certain demographic, that's fine. That's totally fine. But things like that always reek of like just pandering, right? And I don't like that kind of thing. I wonder if the name flows off the tongue better in Japanese. It hurts to become an adult. Is that serious? I imagine when you localize it, they won't like to localize it that way. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's sad, dude. Alright, what do we want to use here? That's a BB right there. Okay, this is going to be brutal because she's AoE and neutral and no niches here. Literally not a single niche here, right? She does nothing about her toolkit is like gives her a bonus in this fight. And that's how most people are, to be fair, but this is a really hard fight to do at neutral, so. 100% though, I'm gonna try that game like day one if I can, just because it is made by DW and I care about FGO so much and everything, so I'm gonna try to play that game when it comes out. And we're very incentivized to see red press red right now. Oh crap, we don't. Oh! Never mind, we guarded it, how about that? So if I'm gonna be streaming from now on with Samsung decks, I might invest into getting like the best phone I can, because basically everything is, because it's still using 100% my phone to run the game, right? Still my phone's processor and you know, CPU, all that, right? So it might be worth me investing in just getting the best goddamn phone I can, just so the game runs like and looks the best as possible. Because as far as I'm aware, like what it looks like on my screen right now is based on how like my phone can handle it. So if I want to have like a better image quality and stuff, I'm going to need like the best phone I can get. I'm not 100% sure about that though, because some programs like Dex and stuff just do not keep the quality the same. So it wouldn't be worth it to get a better phone if it doesn't actually make my image quality any better. Like then it wouldn't be worth it at all. But we'll have to see. Because right now the limiting factors is basically OBS and then my actual phone, I would think. Right now, the best way to get really good image quality on this is so ironic. If you want to, you can actually get 60 frames per second in FGO, and you can actually get better resolution options, and you can have a much like crisper image on all the character sprites and stuff if you play on emulator. There's obviously you have to like get plugins and like, you know, under the hood stuff. You can't just like run it and go, but there's ways that you can get FGO looking way better on emulator. Leonidas, you are fucking killing me, bro. What are we doing right now? Why does this happen so often? I want to point out, when George is dead, there are only 10 cards left in the deck, and 5 of them are Leonidas, and 5 of them is the solo unit, and you get 5 of them, right? So like the odds of this are really bad. You literally have a 50% chance to get a Brave Chain on the unit you're soloing with. And then I don't know what the odds of getting 2 cards are, but it's quite high. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do on emulators to just like make the image quality a lot better. Again, I'm not gonna name anybody because I don't want to get them in trouble, and legitimately I don't begrudge them at all. But there's several people that make YouTube videos in really good quality, and they use emulators, and that's how they get that really good quality. There's also ways on Apple. There's ways on Apple that you can get pretty good image quality and stuff. But who knows? Maybe someday they're gonna, you know, update FGO, and so it's better. We'll see. There are things you can do on Android too, but I'm not sure how much better the image quality would be if I had like the best Android that existed. I'm not sure how much that would actually help. I mean, I'm literally just said I'm not gonna say, you know, people that use emulators because I don't want to get them in trouble. And like I think it's dumb that they can get in trouble for that, and I don't think they would. At this point, I really don't think DW is gonna ban anyone for using an emulator, but it's still technically against the terms of service. I want to crit next turn. Not that I think Aniplex or DW or even FGO NA are paying attention to my stream in any way, but you just don't want something to get out of control. You don't want me to say it and then someone to clip it and then it gets shared on Twitter or I don't think that would happen, but you never fucking know, right? And like I don't want to be I don't want to do any of that shit. So what happens is sometimes you have some asshole on the internet that's mad at a content creator because the content creator said their PP was small or whatever, and then they go on some insane vendetta to try to screw that person over, right? And then they just look for everything they can to try to screw this sounds insane, but it happens. This absolutely happens, dude, because there's crazy fucking people on the internet. I've seen Finn get Santoned a lot today. Do I use my second skill because I'm at 96%? Sure, why not? Let's see what happens. See if we break here. I've actually had plenty of my own haters that like follow me around and try to defame me at every chance to get and stuff like that, but they've never gone so far as like try to hack me or any bullshit like that. Okay, I probably did not need to buff as much as I did. I think I wasted some of my resources there. We're absolutely gonna die, by the way. Alright, and she does invulnerability, right? So, yeah, I think she auto-casts that when you break. Yep, I know Saber Narrow, it's crazy. But it's such a thing on the internet, man. There's some messed up people. Wow, we really did not do well here. This did, we're so fucked. That's sad. Because we still have our other buster up, right? But I'm not gonna get anything out of it. Unless we get really lucky here. I tell you, most AoE units at neutral are gonna get absolutely shit on by this day. If you counterclass, you're probably fine, but... And she even landed the attack buff. Not even close. I totally understand, but maybe you see a streamer, you watch a YouTube video, or you talk to a guy on Twitter or whatever, and you don't like them. That's fine, right? Not everyone on the planet is going to like each other, right? You're going to have different personality types clashing up against each other. You're going to have all kinds of people that don't see eye to eye, and that's fine, right? No problem. What I do not understand, I truly don't understand this, because it just, the thought of like myself behaving this way is so alien to me, and it just feels so wrong, like unhealthy. It's so bizarre to me that so many people do this. They get like obsessed with people they don't like. This is such a thing. And like they just can't not, like they like obsessively follow them, right? Like they don't like them, and so then they have to like check every time they upload a video or every time they tweet something, and they have to try to, you know, shit on them. It's like, what? Like if you don't like them, why are you so bothered to put this much effort into paying attention to them? It's weird. And people do it, right? So, but I don't know why, but it is such a thing. Let's see. Who do you want to go with this time? Maybe we use people that actually have a snowball's chance in hell at actually beating it. There's a smaller number of people at neutral that can actually do this than one might think. Oh yeah, Shiva actually lost even though she was counterclassing. If we have like a really proper Shiva, we can try. We might need like a gut CE or something. I don't even know what would be right. Let's give Zaw a second to switch around command codes and all that, and then yeah, we'll try Shiba. Why not? Again, normally fights like this are so much easier if you're counterclassing, but casters, man. Karna? We could do Karna in the meantime if we got a good one. If you are able to set him up real proper, he might be able to do it. Now, that CE is not the one. We would want something like starting NP or the Yang CE. It'd actually be cool to use the Yang CE on Karna because we just did it with Canis, right? I'd actually be really interested in seeing that if we used a Karna that was roughly on par with our Canis. and just seeing how these size up. I'm actually really curious about that. Can Arjuna do this? Probably not. Just because this boss, just the boss MP's too fast. That's Arjuna's weakness is definitely that. Like Arjuna's strengths are, you know, soft survivability. You know, he's really good against the normal card damage, and he's got a huge niche against debuffs, but there's no debuffs here. So he's not really hitting anything that really helps him. And then he's not, and there's some units that just have such strong, you know, standard value that it doesn't matter if they're hitting niches or not. But he's not quite one of those. You know what? Actually, I bet you a Super Grail Medea might be able to do this. She's better for this than you might think because she's going to remove the defense up and the attack up and all that kind of garbage. So you'd need a damn good one. But a Grail Medea 10-10-10 with a good CE and everything, she actually might be able to do this. Like for real, she's not as bad as one might think. King Potato Chips could definitely do this because she's half counterclassing. That's huge, right? Like counterclassing makes things so much easier. And the King Potato Chips is just disgusting anyway, so she would definitely be able to do this. Unless I'm really missing something. Melt might be able to do it. Using 10-6-6 might be frustrating as fuck, but yeah, I wouldn't mind trying out Melt. That'd be kind of interesting. She could probably do it too, though, I would think. Melt's a really good solo unit. If she had the Yang CE, then 100%. Without it, I don't know. A Reshigal, that's gonna be tough. I might try that though, why not? Let's see if we get a good one. That's a good one. What's CC? I might go Atlas. I mean, the burn isn't that big of a deal, but there's a lot of reasons to go Atlas here. Yeah, we'll probably try Saber Nero's Melt, even though his is a bit scuffed. We can try it. I would love to try Curse Arm out if we had a proper one. I don't think I know anyone with a proper Curse Arm though, which is crazy, but I don't think I do. I've been looking for one for a while, to be honest. I want to make a really good Curse Arm video at some point. That's like a real goal on my channel, is it making a good Curse Arm video at some point. I want like the music and all that kind of stuff, you know. Not the best opening hand, because we want NP gain, but at least it's something. You know what? I think we do Art Buster. Look at that Burn C. I wonder if someone was using this Reshigal with the Yang CE at some point, because that would explain that. I was switching to the Yang. Yeah, we should try her with the Yang CE, because I bet you she can probably do it then. We'll do that next. We're gonna be cutting it close in our NP gain. I'm really glad I did Art Buster there, because I think we'll get it here though. Dude, Beastly's Fujino fucks up everything, dude. It is so strong. Oh crap, I didn't get my NP. I just sacrificed everything for NP gain and we didn't get our NP. Oh my god, why? Send help. The only good thing about that is it gives me a turn to set up Star Bomb. But it's not that good, really. Yeah, it's good enough, Saber Nero. It's good enough. Waver actually probably could solo this. Waver, if he's counterclassing, is a much better solo unit than one might think. Cleopatra's hit count is kind of high, so I'm thinking we only do the art card. And maybe not even in third place. Is that too stupid though? No, Cleo's hit count really is pretty high, so... Yeah, Waver would drain her NP, so she's actually not gonna NP that often. I've seen her do double Imperial Privilege before. It's disgusting. Alright, we messed up. We needed to break there. That was really important. Because now even if we do NP again, it's not going to be a very good NP. Oh my god. So remember when I was like, I don't, you know, with my big brain, you know, I was, you know, 5-head, I was all like, I don't need to put the art card in 3rd place. Don't even need it. I needed it. Well, shit. If we crit here, maybe we break now. Actually, we might not even need crit. The normal crit damage is pretty real. No crits, by the way. Oh, fuck me. We're getting no value now. When you have a 50% battery skill and okay, yep, we're just Wow, this is bad. The whole point is like NPing a lot while your 3rd skill is still active, and it's easy to do that because of her 2nd skill. Dude, I tell you, you have got to be such a strong unit to do this without the Yang CE. If you're neutral, like class neutral, no Yang CE, you have got to be one strong son of a bitch unit, or any, I guess, another CE that has Piercing Vulnerability. Ku did it. Ku did it. I'm sure, I'm beyond sure Fujino did it because, oh my god, Fujino does buff block, and so this invulnerability, no effects. That's so good. God, Fujino's so good, dude. Like, Ku had to actually, you know, suck it up and deal with the extra turn, right? Where Fujino's like, nah. How would Carmela do? She might do better than you think because the boss is female. The problem with Carmela is she has no heart survivability, and this boss NP so fast, that's a huge problem. God, I'm having to do turn after turn where we're basically accomplishing nothing. This is awful. I'm just wasting my 3rd skill. Old man Lee would do pretty well. He's not gonna do as well as probably Fujino and Ku and Enkidu and, you know, like Orion and shit like that. But he's gonna do better than the typical, I would say. I have to live another turn. This is so... I cannot believe how long. We're on turn 7 and I still can't use my 2nd skill. This is horrible. It is a huge sign of success, though, if you could beat this without the Yang CE. Which I do think Canis can, but it's notoriously close. Like, it's right on the edge of it. No, I have not tried Choco Jana, but I'm pretty confident she could do this because Choco Jana is wow, like she's one of the big boy solo units, honestly. It's just surprising. Hot Wheels might be able to do this. I am always just shocked by how good Hot Wheels is at solo and last man standing and team play. He's just like, I mean, he has solo Guadia, and I always say this: solo Guadia is not much of a feat. If you're an Avenger, if you're a Ruler, if you're any Cavalry class, you know, but if you're a Knight class, it's a huge accomplishment, and he can do it, so... God, Irrational had such a bad time there. There's like a million reasons why using our 2nd skill wouldn't have worked, because like it has 50% battery on it, and there was just no turn where that was going to work out. Now, this is going to be so much easier now, not just because of the Yang CE giving us Piercing Vulnerability and all that junk, but because it's going to make it way easier to use our 2nd skill, right? Because before I couldn't use my 2nd skill because I would have gone right into an invulnerability, right? Like, whoop-de-doo, where now that doesn't matter. Well, that is not a particularly good hand. We're probably going to use our 2nd skill in a kind of a weird way, actually, and use it early, because we don't have starting NP. The only way that you wouldn't do that is like, you were like, LOL, I got an art chain on turn 1, but you know, that's not happening. We got our burn though, that's nice. You can see it got the Yang damage bonus even though, you know, that card is the one that applies burn. So it shows that the burn is applied before damage calculation. Shame Leo didn't get an art card there. I only need to be 50%. We're good. Gotten a bit closer than I would have liked there, though. This is actually pretty nice being able to use their second skill right now, though. I'm okay with that. Woo, boy, 80% by the way. Glad it doesn't matter here. We have no crit chance, though. Yikes. The Rocky buff is good, but it's not that good. It's not one of those buffs that's like, wow, this just always makes the unit way better under any context. Like, it's not one of those. But it's certainly nice. Oh yeah, I need to put that in my video. I need to make a tier list update video where I just talk about units in the box. I don't want to touch everyone else in the list. Damn it. No loop. That's what happens when you don't make any stars, though. That'd have been so nice if I could have lived there. Because now I think she's gonna be super low. Oh my god, that's so bad. Because now she's super low, and so I'm just whiffing, and I'm gonna have all this extra NP gain that could be going towards another NP. That's super bad. The little things, man. That's super shit. I will say I liked Canis here because Canis had that safety net with Guts early. That was nice. So we lost a turn there, but we gained a turn because of the Yang CE. But you're kind of looked down half a turn because of no starting NP. But the longer the fight goes on, the less relevant that is. So it's gonna be kind of wonky. Of course, she fucking crits. We're at 200%, dude. Why you be like this? Look how nice it is, though, that we don't have to care about our invulnerability. Yeah, I know. I think the Ibaraki buff could have been done a lot better. You know, it's nice to have the option to get a big crit, and you can even give it to someone else in the pinch, right? That's nice, but it's not that nice. It's not one of those buffs where it's like, oh wow, this really boosts the unit's, you know, value by like a turn or two, right? It's not really one of those. It's sometimes boosted by a turn. Or a lot of other buffs, it's like, oh yeah, this is guaranteed to boost your like your healer survivability by more than a turn all the time. Some buffs is like 2 or 3 turns sometimes. Like Hercules' buff is like, it's like a 5 or 6 turn value buff. Like what the hell? Like did he really need that? Is the fight gonna go on long enough that she could NP again? Probably. Yes. Oh, we don't have burn. Whoops. Oh shit. That I forgot. I should have done that last turn. Fuck. I forgot. Cause yeah, she cleared her debuffs. That means last turn I didn't have the burn bonus. Oops. Oh my god, that's gonna hurt my NP gain.
成するのだわ。生きがれる許されな。閉じ込めてあげる。
A lot of MP gain off one card though, but because I couldn't use the quick card, we're probably not going to loop again. She's so good at looping, and we haven't looped like at all. Still have defense up, so I don't think I need my thing. I think we're gonna, with all the tomfoolery, I think we're gonna win anyway. Dude, this shows how good the Yang CE is though, because I'm messing up a lot and we're getting bad luck, right? Like we've had a lot of turns go out the window, right? And it just shows how many turns of value you get out of the Yang CE. It's so much.
厳しくいくわ。固く縛るわ。でも厳しくいくわ。でもまあ、少しは優しくね。やるわ。逃がさない。
What buff do you think impacted a unit the most? Hohenheim's up there, but probably hurt to be honest. And that was absurd. Let me think though, there's been a few buffs that have been really wild. The Hohenheim one is definitely up there. That one's really hard to gauge because he's a support, not a DPS. So the survival damage kind of turn judgment thing doesn't really apply. Okay, she has her defense buff now, it's a bit scary. Morgan's second skill was big, that was definitely big, but it's not as big as Hercules'. Hans' is big though, that's definitely a big one. Melt is big too, and Enkidu's is big, all of Enkidu's have been big. I think it's Herc though, because it's so, there's so many things, right? Mozart's never been buffed. Herc, basically, it made it so, like, I can't even describe how good this is. The way his skill set has changed, it makes Atlas the best pick for him. And you want Atlas to be the best pick for you, right? Because, if debuffs are part of the fight, you don't want to be like, oh, I have to bring Atlas, but oh god, Atlas is so not good for my unit. Like, that's what Baldi's like. Baldi doesn't want Atlas. Baldi does not do well with the Atlas Mystic Code, but sometimes he has to bring it because the fight dictates it, right? You have to have the debuff removal. So the Herc buff allows Herc to use the Atlas Mystic Code and not lose any value. And so not only is that a good thing, but then because it allows him to get his guts back sooner, which means he gets another turn of survivability that he wouldn't have had otherwise, so he lives longer. And then while living longer, he's doing more damage than he was before because now he has a million buster ups, and he just has more flexibility with effects and stuff because his guts can now stack. So it's hard to put into words just how many turns of value he got off of that buff. It's stupid. Like, he was already such a strong unit, and then he just went through the goddamn roof where now he can live longer, do more damage while living, and has way more utility. So it's like, I can't think of any other buff that's on that par. Like, that is nuts. Like, sure, the Hohenheim buff was big because it allows Hohenheim to enable all kinds of fuckery, right? And that's a big deal. But I still don't think it's as impactful as Herc. I mean, that was truly insane. Skill strengthening, I mean, buffs are buffs. Like, if you make a skill stronger, it's a buff. If you make an NP stronger, it's a buff. And the UI literally shows it that way. Alright, can we kill here? If we kill here, we're good. Actually, we only have to kill next turn, as long as she doesn't cast... No, wait, no, she casts Invulnerability, it doesn't matter, because we have the Yang CE. PG Kata buff was really good, but it's definitely behind Herc. It does not buy him, like, way more time. It does help him, though, because it allows him to, like, you know, stack his guts in good ways, like in CE effect and things like that. So it was very good for him. And she's dead. Feels good. Man, it's easy to yeet the app on Dex, man. You can literally do Alt F4. That's kind of awesome. No, even without Herc spawn CE, Hijikata's is not better. Because I think you're really underestimating, it's not even about which unit is better, it's which one gained more, right? I think people really underestimate how good Herc actually is without his spawn CE. he can still live a really long time, especially now with that buff. And Herc can also use, like, most people use Hijikata with the Guts CE, and that's one reason his buff is so good, is because he can do, like, you know, Guts, 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 right? But Herc can do that too, because his buff also allows his Guts to stack. So Herc can just use a regular Guts CE like Hijikata can. And so, like, I don't think people realize how broken Herc is right now, even if you just use a regular Guts CE with his buff, right? Because you use his skill, like, right off the bat, and you're already getting buster stacks, and so now Herc is gonna have a bunch of buster stacks for the entire fight. Hijikata doesn't get anything like that. Like, Herc is just doing way more damage forever, because fuck you, right? Like, it's ridiculous. So, anyway, so you get your Guts going right off the bat. When that one goes off, then you can evade, and then you miss the code, blah, blah, blah. Then your skill Guts finally goes off. And it's back off cooldown now because you cast it on turn 1. Oh yeah, and you have your, you know, you have your Guts from the CE, and then you cast your Guts skill again, like, and then you can cast evade again. Like, he can literally loop like that without his Bond CE. It's ridiculous, and it's because he can use Atlas now, and because his Guts does stack. Like, it's not even close. Hijikata's buff is nice, absolutely, but it's not even close to Hercules's. It's not even remotely close. Herc's buff is accomplishing a million things in one place, right? It's allowing him to use CEs that he couldn't use otherwise. It's allowing him to use Atlas very smoothly, and then Atlas enables him to loop his goddamn skills for some godforsaken reason. And this entire time, he's doing more damage than he was before. Hijikata is not doing any more damage than he was before with his buff. Like, Herc is doing more damage every fucking turn, and it ramps. For what, I don't know why, but it does. Like, I mean, seriously, Herc's buff is definitely the biggest buff they've ever done. It is bullshit. Alright, so here's what the game considers buffs, right? Let me find, like, Spartacus. I think Spartacus is a great example because I see a lot of people, like, say certain things are buffs that just aren't. Where is our muscle man? Here he is. Okay. So people are always saying Spartacus has been buffed 3 times. He hasn't. And the UI says as much, right? Like these are buffs right here. That's a buff. That is a buff. That is a buff, right? And when you go into a stage, those 2 things are going to be glowing yellow because they're buffs, right? The other thing that people like to say is a buff doesn't glow yellow, and it's not represented in this UI. And that other thing is they graced him with the privilege of having a 3rd skill. That's not a buff. That's just a standard thing that everybody gets, and some units have to jump through hoops to get it because DW is full of shit, right? But it does not show up on this UI as a buff, right? It doesn't matter if it's an interlude, it doesn't matter if it's a strengthening quest, it doesn't matter if it's a NP, it doesn't matter if it's a skill. If you get this little icon here, it's a buff, right? And it's just obvious. Okay, what do we want to use now? But yeah, Hijikata's buff is nice though, because it did enable him to like do his own gimmick, right? Even if he doesn't have a gut CE, which is nice. And just living in extra turn is always good, and it can let him do like the back and forth thing, right? But it doesn't enable that much, right? It enables some extra stuff, sure. It's better than like Igaraki's buff, like of course. You know, I would say it's above average, but it's not one of those buffs. It's like, holy shit, this unit is a million times better now. It's like, no, it's a you know, certainly a nice buff, and it makes it more consistent, which is really nice because Hijikata has always been able to do, you know, really big damage, but there's, you know, it's been a little, you know, hit or miss. Oh yeah, Shiba. Yeah, good call. I said we were going to do that. That is not the right stage. Shiba would absolutely get destroyed here. This is kind of a testament to, though, how behind Shiba is to a lot of her competition in other classes. And this is pretty true for a lot of casters. Because we're over here, you know, obviously we're having to work pretty hard, right? And a lot of units aren't accomplishing this. But other units can beat this at neutral, right? And some can do it without the Yang CE, right? Ku can do it without the Yang CE. Fujino can do it without the Yang CE. Fucking Canis can do it without the Yang CE, although it's close. And, you know, Canis is an AoE neutral, for God's sakes. And then freaking Shiba, we might need you to relog, Zaw. But Shiba is going to be, like, really pushing it, and she might even lose. And she's counterclassing, for God's sakes. I will do Melt next. don't want to waste too much of Saber Nero's time here, but I'm interested to see how Melt does, especially because she's not, you know, she's like 10-6-6 and all that. Yeah, I agree, Zo. I think you're correct. I think Canis is overall better at killing assassins than Shiba is, but Shiba has team support too. So you could use Shiba with someone else that's also good at killing an assassin and then be in better shape, where, you know, Canis, if Canis is the only DPS, Canis is better. But a lot of times Canis won't be the only DPS, right? Maybe you might have Shiba and another person, and Shiba gets more boom for her buck when there's, you know, another DPS out. But yeah, they need to buff Shiba's NP 100%, like, very much so. And then maybe add in, like, maybe give it a Star Bomb effect or something. I think that would be pretty nice on her. Normally, I would not want to use that command code right now and put it on cooldown, but because it's turn 1, it should be back by the time we need it. They need to buff Cersei too. They're kind of back and forth. They have their apples and oranges on each other. They're actually very close in terms of value overall. Like in straight assassin killing, Cersei's better. But because of Shiba's support, Shiba can be better. But then Cersei can give like the debuff clear and the pig and everything. So they're very apples and oranges to each other. Like they're very similar and they have just different pros and cons to each other. Yeah, so I honestly say they're about equal in needing a buff. I don't remember, but I bet you my tier list puts them almost right next to each other. Surely they're in the same tier, right? Like I doubt they're gonna, like, you know, obviously the whole left to right thing is only so applicable, right? But I'm sure they're in the same tier. There's no way I put one of them in a higher tier than the other. Even when the pig doesn't work though, they're pretty comparable. Because there's times like, you know, Shiba can get a lot of extra value because of the crits on certain teams, and then, you know, she's giving the other units, you know, nice damage ups too. But then there's times Cersei, but you can't always get use out of that on Shiba, and like, but you're not always gonna get value out of Cersei's pig either, right? Or her debuff clear. Like they're very, like I have compared them to each other a lot, and I think they're super fucking comparable. Cersei's kind of more frustrating though, just because you have this awesome gimmick just sitting there and it doesn't work, right? Like it's annoying. This is a stage though we can get value out of her Pierce Invulnerability, so that's nice. And we're not having, everyone else is getting past the Pierce Invulnerability without their own value, right? They're using the Yang CE to do it, whereas Shiba can do it on her own. So it's like an actual boon to her. Although it makes her less good with the Yang CE, I suppose. That heal down's kind of nice, because the boss can't heal herself, not much though. Damn it. God damn it. I actually think we NG here, just to keep up her again. That might sound crazy, but I think it's worth. Well, depends. I could also heal here. It's nice to get another defense down and attack down on her. I'm pretty sure I can loop again. But I could also just use that 1k heal. Nah, I'm gonna do it. No, whoa. No, she's gonna remove debuffs. No. Boy, am I glad I realized that. Actually, I should put the quick card last just for more stars. Wait, what's the question, Saber Nero? Is it what's better overall, assassins or casters? Boy, it'd be weird watching these two fight. That'd be an interesting anime. I probably won't stream their stream. That was fun for the anniversary, although it was depressing. That was so depressing. Anyway, the problem is it's so late. Unless they do it earlier than normal, it's so late. I would really only stay up that late if it was the anniversary, because the anniversary is special. I will say the one thing that I enjoyed about the anniversary was the music thing. When they did the they had like all that instrumental stuff where they did a lot of like the in-game music, but like, you know, augmented and changed and stuff. That was awesome. That was done really well. And they had like a lot of violin stuff, and they even had guitar stuff. That was fucking awesome. Now that has nothing to do with the game, right? Like that doesn't improve the game in any way. And so I still think the 5th anniversary was ungodly terrible. But the music, it was not any of the musicians' fault, right? That stuff was really cool. And then you know, there was a few good things, but you know, it wasn't really worthy of such a big landmark, right? It's an hour earlier because of daylight savings, right? I don't know, that's still pretty late for me. We'll see. Yeah, it was what was better for overall utility, and I said caster because support love. Yeah, well, so in terms of pure utility, I would say yeah, easy caster, because caster's got, for budget, you've got Medea, VC Braun, Hohenheim, Mozart, Chen Gong, right? These are crazy good, just standard supports. But also utility, you know, Medea's got the buff removal, Chen Gong's got the cycling and massive buster up, defense up, taunt, crit down, you know, Hohenheim's got all the loopy bullshit. You know, I mean, Caster and Mozart is just so good of a, like, they're just, it's not even close when it comes to, like, utility and support and stuff. And then for, you know, non-budget, you got, you know, Merlin, Caster, Artorias, Scatty, Waver, I mean, hello, like, but if you're talking about as a class overall, in some areas, Assassin is better, right? For budget, especially for, like, you know, look at all that awesome caster DPS, budget caster DPS you've got. You literally have none, right? You literally have none, right? Nice single target caster, right? You know, meanwhile, Assassin has 100 face, right? Little bit better, and you do. That's true. Fuma is really insane as a utility. That is a good point. But it's Fuma alone is not beating Medea, you know, Mozart, Chen Gong, you know, all that nonsense. Like, it's just not enough. But yeah, on budget DPS, Assassin is winning so hard. Like, they're winning so hard, right? Where when it's utility and stuff, then yeah, Caster wins like a motherfucker. And then literally, casters have some of the most broken units in the entire game because the, you know, Merlin and Caster, Toria and Scatty and Tam and, you know, that nonsense. It is funny, Ku actually is one of the best budget DPS casters, and I don't mean Caster Ku, I mean Lancer. Lancer Ku is one of the, because he's so tanky that him not taking half damage doesn't matter, and he's actually, for real, Lancer Ku is tankier than like every other budget caster against an assassin, right? He'll live longer than they will, and he'll do more damage than them generally too, because he's got an upgraded MP, he's actually single target, you know, quick, and he's got an attack up skill. It's stupid. Like, he actually does get better value than most of them. I think Shiba can do this. We have to win before the boss. Oh, I don't like that though. We have to win before the boss gets to MP. We're screwed. That was such a meta turn for Cleo. She landed every single Imperial Privilege buff, and then she did it as her first action, so the rest of her turn is benefiting from the attack up, and then she double crit. Right? Like, that was a very good turn for her. Like, a bad turn would have been like you attack, then you cast Imperial Privilege, right? That would have been really shit, but she didn't do that. Thank God Zaw is a bro and gave us the defense removal command code. That's a big help. We need to win with our next NP. Ooh, boy. That was close, man. She crit us 3 times over the last 2 turns, and she had the fucking 40% attack buff, dude. Why? I swear they have a higher percentage on Imperial Privilege than we do. It's not 100%, but it really does feel like they got a higher number than we do. But who knows, you know, confirmation bias. I think we win here, though. I think we got it. I should have done Buster or NP art. It's still better. Like, especially with the Gilgamesh command code, it's definitely better. We should kill anyway, though. Shouldn't be a problem. Alright, we have all more buffs. Yep, she did. Still good. Obviously, we're what is so pathetic about that, though, is just the fact that we're counterclassing, right? And it was kind of close, right? That just shows how behind she is. Because, like, if I use Ku here, who's not counterclassing, he's going to also beat it. And he doesn't need the Yangtze either. And he's a fucking Lancer, right? Yeah, we'll do Melt now. At least she beat it, though. I'm happy about that. I'm not gonna lie, that was fun gameplay. I had to think about the debuff removal. I had to think about the Pierce vulnerability. I had to change my card order because of the command codes. Try my, I'm assuming all slot after? Okay. God, that'll, Dude, I say this a lot, but I really... I'm so lucky to have all these... Oops, why did I do that? I'm so lucky to have all these cool people to hang out with in my chat, man, because, you know, we got this, you know, goddamn coronavirus going on. Ain't nobody getting to socialize with the damn right now. And it's really been nice, right? And it's been so fun going through the years and, like, knowing all these people, right? And seeing what they roll on and what they work on, and slowly watching Zaw make his Canis stronger than mine. That fucking piece of shit. I mean, you know, that's great. And, you know, you get to, you know, see people in their highs and lows and stuff, you know, it's a good time. At least, yeah, of course you're a cool person, Poi. At least, you know, my Canis is really strong too, right? It's not, you know, it's not bad. Alright, which one is, I always forget what your ult account is. Saber Nero. Is it the one that's called My Scuffs JP ult? Is it that one? I think it might be that one. You might need to relog if it is. That is sad. That is sad, Saber Nero. And I know why, yeah, because of the buffs and everything. You really do need to get her 10-10-10 though. Like if you're gonna, I know you don't play your JP much, and fair enough, I understand, but I feel like because Melt is one of your absolute favorite characters, if there's one thing to put effort into, it's making sure your Melt is, you know, 10-10-10, right? It's kind of like if my Ku on an A wasn't 10-10-10, I wouldn't settle for that, right? I barely play an A, but I'm like, you know, I got on that, you know, that has to happen. Although, what are her mats? I'm saying bullshit right now, but I actually don't know what her mats are, and this might not even, I'm looking it up. What happens from 6 to 10? That's not too bad. I mean, the mats are easy. It's the skill gems. I'm assuming that's the whole problem, is just the skill gems. The mats are actually easy. Those are all crazy easy mats to get. But yeah, the gems are the issue there. But if you get past the rank 6, then you're fine. Do we do Atlas even though we're not 10-10-10? That's kind of tricky, because it means it doesn't sync up always as well. I think we do anyway. My god, though, Atlas is so good for her if she is 10-10-10, because 2 of her skills have a 5-turn cooldown. Good god. Mel didn't even need the last buff she got. This is stage 1, right? It's way better than stage 3. I'm just saying, I know some people really like stage 3 Melt, but I do not agree. I'll take that guard. We actually didn't need the guard though, because we had Atlas. There's no other debuffs in this fight. I should have cast our first skill already. Although this was a much better turn to make the stars, so actually that was fine. Especially because we have Atlas, I think that's fine. Trying to think if I use our second skill. I don't understand what her second skill means. Is it? I think our second skill is called Sadistic Constitution. That doesn't make any sense. That's like passive wind. That doesn't mean anything. Like what? How does that? I literally don't understand what that means. That doesn't mean anything, right? That's like horseshoe stop sign. Like, okay. Do we use our second skill? This is tricky. I think yeah. I think we do. Like sadistic nature, sure, but I don't think that's what it was called. But I'd have to look at like CCC and all that translation to see, but or just the character material or whatever. Just crit forehead. That didn't really go that well. We could have done a lot better on that turn. Wait, can I remove my defense down? Why? Why does she get to do that, but fucking, Mori, Kita and all them don't? Like she needs it, right? Like she's such a broken unit anyway. Why does she get to do that? That's stupid. Like she's better than like Okita anyway, right? Like I don't understand. Melt go burr, am I right? I have a CC for that, you idiot. Well, to be fair, we don't have any other use for Atlas anyway, so But yeah, I actually wasn't paying attention to my command code, so GC. Could you crit? That's a lot of turns in a, like between those two. Now we're guaranteed to crit, right? But shit, that could have been better. Oh my god, now she is in vulnerability. Look at all. I shouldn't have used my second skill when I did. Look at all these crit buffs, and I can't do anything with them. I can't do a damn thing. Huh. We can actually lower the enemy's NP damage by fucking 50%. That's so big, but it really only would matter if we had like mash out, something like that. Do that. And now we have like all the crit chance and all the crit damage, but the enemy's invincible. Imagine throwing that much damage just to someone that's invincible. We actually might have been able to kill her that turn if it wasn't for that. If we had set things up better, we could have killed on like a turn like this. Maybe I should have done quick anyway, I would say. There's more total damage this turn, but it might be less damage next turn. Yep, we could have killed that turn. Set things up better. I should have cast my second skill one turn later. That's a big... oh, no. I was about to say that defense buff's not going to save her, but it will now. Wow. Chat, is this her final form? Because this is a lot worse than what everyone else has had to deal with. I guess her final form would be doing it 3 times. Oh no, this is not great. Send help. Ooh, I cannot believe we are doing that much damage when Cleo has fucking 80% defense up. Oh my god, we're gonna win anyway. It's funny, I don't think we really got to show off how disgusting Melt is right now because there were so many blockades in her way. But like the amount of damage she's actually capable of is ridiculous. It's just LOL invulnerability, LOL double defense up. All right, we obviously win here. Even though she's got 80% defense up, we got this. Okita ulcer, maybe. She is half counterclassing. It'll be a hell of a lot harder for her though. Like she's the right class, but she's the wrong literally everything else. Because she's AoE and not actually that good. That'll be fun to try though. I mean, she's better than oops, I didn't mean to do that, but she's better I think than some people give her credit for. But oh yeah, wait, we said we check Lost first though. If they buff Okita Ultra one more time, I think she'll be in really good shape though. Like her other buff will be a lot more applicable if they buff her NP. And I think overall it'll just mean her total damage is actually quite good, so. Here, hold on, let me do Lost here. And I have to, I can't add people willy-nilly because, I'm sure you've watched me long enough, you know why. I hope at some point, chat, imagine if that last patch we got a couple days ago, instead of fucking up the resolution, imagine if they had instead made the support system not ass. And then I could just add all of my regulars. I could just add everybody from my chat, right? And I could just fill up my support list. Like, imagine if they had done that. Wouldn't that have been nice? Like an actual quality of life update. Why do I keep clicking this stage? Alright, let's see what Lost has got for us. Oh my god. This is definitely going to work. She is such a good solo unit. She doesn't even... I doubt she even needs the Yanks to eat it. She soloed Guadia, for God's sakes. Although she is, not... she's... wait, what is Moon Cancer against Guadia? I don't remember. Because, so many classes make Guadia easy, but I don't think Moon Cancer is actually one that does that. She's just pure neutral. That is somewhat... obviously, that's not as hard as what night classes have to deal with, but that's still much harder than everyone else. It's just that she literally can't die to Guadia, if I remember correctly. She could live forever. Like, Guadia could have, 10 million health and she would still win. Because, Mothman, for example, can't actually go forever against Guadia, and he will die eventually. But he, can do well against Guadia. But... she does even better, right? It's ridiculous. So I expect she's going to be able to do this, but we'll see. This is a very different fight from Guadia, ultimately. Dead. Let's see. God, her stage 1 is so good. Even Tusk likes her stage 1, which that's not surprising for anyone that has seen Tusk support list. Okay, we gotta think about the long run here. I don't think we need to use our first skill yet because we're probably gonna get our NP next turn anyway. So I think we just third skill. Oh, you know what's sad? If we skill seal her when we break her health bar, she'll still get to do invulnerability because it doesn't... Skill seal only works towards their 3 actions that they naturally do per turn, where the free actions that they get for break bars and stuff, it doesn't work on that. Normally, anyway, so... It is nice though. Oh, that's right. She skill seals herself. I thought she skill sealed the enemy. But yeah, it doesn't matter because you don't cast... it literally doesn't matter. I can't think of any world where this matters. because you just, if you're wanting to cast the other skills, you just cast them first, right? And then you can also give her command codes to get rid of it if you have a cooldown issues, and you can use Atlas on it and that kind of thing. So it doesn't fucking matter. Actually, I might as well use Atlas on it because there's no other debuffs here. That'd be amazing though if she could skill steal the enemy too. That's amazing with her invulnerability, because if you have invulnerability, you want the enemy to attack you 3 times. It's more NP gain and stuff, right? I actually haven't looked at her bond lines outside of like her voice line for Karna. That's like all I've seen for her. Can you imagine if they buffed her? Like, can you fucking imagine? Like, dude, I really do think she's one of those really sleeper units that people just, I guess because she's not popular or something. Like, she is busted as fuck. She's not fast, but, you know, that's not all that relevant, really. As much as I would like to get my attack up right now, there's no reason to do it. Slow and steady. Imagine this running at you. By the way, Guadia died to that, by the way. Oh yeah, and she heals herself. She fucking heals herself. How to live forever, by the way. Give a unit invulnerability as a skill, invulnerability on their NP, which has no cooldown, obviously, and then also, you know, for soft damage, it takes some kind of time to heal. Like, what on earth were they thinking with this? Probably don't need to cast that, to be honest, but... Ah, damn, we don't have a way to get rid of the defense up. This could get annoying. This is gonna wreck our damage here. But we're not gonna die anytime soon. This would be it'd be harder for her to live forever here than it was against Wadia, but she might be able to live forever here. What would get you is if she just quick charges at a really bad time. Or, you know, fucking triple crits when she has crit up and attack up. Okay, champ. Good God. So, I know we don't have burn right now, but we need to get NP. We just took so much damage. Yeah, that's what's gonna kill us, is if she just spams Imperial Privilege. That'll be it for us. It'd actually be smarter, I think, to have attack removal command code. Because her having defense up is annoying, but it's not gonna get you killed. What'll get us killed is if she has double attack up and like double Imperial Privilege. So that's an 80% attack up for 3 turns. Like, I don't fucking think so. Yeah, heal boost command code would be really good on her. We have so many invulnerabilities, though. I want to NP next turn. Oh my god, that means I'm gonna not have burn again. Yeah, we gotta catch up on health because we got so wrecked there. Just headbutt, just drop your face on him. And yes, Cleo just moonwalks. She really is a servant that styles on you, like, very much so. We're not gonna have burn anytime soon. Feels bad. At least we're spamming defense down, so that kind of helps with the defense up from the boss. That extra attack. Is that everything with this unit, man? Okay, happy to have a defense up now, because we're not exactly stable. I mean, honestly, it'd be better to Arc Chain here, but for the love of God, I've got to apply burn. Now we're not gonna die here because she doesn't have attack up anymore, and if she casts it, she'll lose an action, and then we have damage cut and defense up. Yeah, we need the heal boost command code, I think. I mean, I think we're gonna win anyway. Like, for real, I think we're gonna win anyway, but, you could definitely get more out of her survivability. Dude, I freaking love Stay Night, dude. Like, it's like the music is just so good. It's in this day, I think it's the best Fate soundtrack, and I think it captures like the original vibe of the series, right? I don't think that this series really has that vibe anymore because, you know, everyone just thinks of FGO now, and FGO is kind of a silly shit show. But like for like the more serious works that they make, like, you know, Fate Night, Fate Zero, Fate Strange Fake, that kind of stuff, I think that OST was perfect. Look, she missed her buff. Feels good. It finally happened. Yep, it's my favorite version of Amiya 2. So I like how we have invulnerability, and then we'll have our NT, so we have invulnerability again, and then our third skill will come back, so we have invulnerability again. I can have invulnerability for 3 shrines if I want, and then I probably can NT again. And then by the time we get through all that, our third skill on Atlas is coming back. Cooldown reduction. Like, what the fuck? Also, the boss might be dead here, but probably not. Nope, she's dead here. Okay, well, we had so much survivability left there, and I didn't really get to show it off. I feel like she doesn't need Grails that much. Like, she's so goddamn tanky as is. I feel like it's, you know, it's gonna take a million turns anyway, but I mean, she's certainly good with Grails, but it depends on how much you like the character, I would say. Alright, I'll make room for Fishy to send me one, because I don't know if we have another Okita altar. She's not exactly a common unit. Assuming that's just a random, because his name isn't English. I have a lot of people right now that don't have English names, so... Probably because I haven't cleared my thing out in so long. Alright, Fish, send me them digits. I doubt Kojiro can do it, but he might be able to. If he would definitely be one that would need the Yang CE though. He's not gonna be like, you know, Ku and Fujino and all them who can do without. But he might be able to. The problem would just be his maximum health being kind of low. But if he's Grails and everything, I think he might be able to do it. I'd love to try it. If someone's got a 10-10-10, you know, level 100 Kojiro with the Yang CE, I would try it. I don't know why so many people are saying he can't. I actually think he might be able to, like, for real. I think people are underestimating how much value you get out of the Yang CE. And Kojo's pretty fucking good. His damage output is nuts. It's just his survivability is not. Like, it'd be tough, but I think he might be able to do it. Unfortunately, Kai doesn't have the Yang CE, so. Bitch, you gotta send me your oh, there you go. All right, let's see. I'm surprised it doesn't bring up the virtual keyboard with your hooked it up to the computer like that, but I won't complain. I don't really think any 1-stars could do it without the Yang CE. I don't have the Yang CE or 100 Kojiro. Yeah, that's probably most people. Oh, I want to try not Virgil here. Hell yeah, I really want to try that. This is actually it's real quick because I don't even see fish here. I'm gonna do that real fast. Although we might want because I hold on. Beastly, are you still in chat? Because when we do not Virgil, I want to give him the bet. Like we gotta really test him because I think he might be up there with the big boys, right? So I kind of want to test him with like the the command codes that are really tailored for it and the best CE and all that kind of stuff. I want to really see how he does. But if Beastly's not here, we'll just go with what we got because those are really good command codes and stuff. They're just not like we don't have like a defense removal one and that kind of thing. Rip fish, by the way. Ugh, excuse me. Ugh. Yeah, being like defense removal and like whatever CE you think is going to be the best. Let's do no Yang CE because I think he definitely can do it with the Yang CE. I want to test because Canis can do it without, but it's very close. And then Ku and Fujino can do it without, and like other big boys. I want to see how he like. This is like the true test if you go without it. So. Oh, for honestly, I couldn't tell you, Fish. You probably know Akita Ultra better than I do. I mean, I've used her a decent amount, but I'm not really sure what's going to be best here. Let me look at her again real quick. Sleep apnea, man. It's really been catching up with me these last few days. Okay, she's got a battery skill, right? So she doesn't necessarily need starting MP. I mean, Gut CE is fine, but it might not be better than just like a good damage CE and that kind of thing. But it's alright. If you've got one like if it's really high level, then go for it. Definitely not Black Grail, though. If Black Grail was going to be right, it'd have to be MLB, I think. Oh my god, do you realize how hard that Luvia would beat this stage? Oh my, like, she's so broken anyway, and limit broken Yang CE right there. Dude, I can't wait for for there to be a vaccine for COVID and all that, because then I'm going to try to see a specialist. About sleep apnea and because man, my quality of life is just in terms of like how I feel and stuff. Ever since I started having these breathing problems at night, it is just tanked. Like it sucks, man. All right, we'll do Okita first because we said we would do that. Okay, that CE I am not so sure about, but oh boy. I guess Atlas. Yeah, it sucks, man. Like, it really sucks. I know I say it a lot, but I'm so tired of it. I've thought about trying to see a specialist ahead, but like the thing is, you have to. It actually really pisses me off. Like, you have to jump through so many hoops to get any help for sleep apnea. Like, it's stupid. Like, because it's really hard to prove that you even have it. You basically have to see a specialist. But you can't just see a specialist. You can't. You have to go to a regular doctor first and then have them, like, line you up for a specialist. And because of the way everything is in my city right now, that just takes an ungodly amount of time, and you're gonna have to go out in public over and over and over again. And I'm like, it's just dumb. Like, it's really frustrating. Basically what I'm doing now is like everything you can do to help with sleep apnea outside of going to a specialist. And it's helped. Like, basically I was like a zombie for so long there. It was just so bad, but I've done it, you know, I've gotten some medicine, and you use like these breathing strips on your nose and stuff, and it helps. It does not like fix it by any means, but I can live now, but you know, I don't feel my best, right? And it sucks. I'm so sick of not feeling my best, and I really want to get back to normal. Like, it's harder to concentrate, like, all the time and stuff. And it's just like, god damn it, man. Alright, let me think. We gotta play the long game. I still don't think we use our second skill right away, though. So I think we wait.
Yuko, そういうことか.
I'm just pissed that this happened during the, you know, pandemic, because it makes it so much harder and more dangerous. You know, I don't want to, you know, go out and get COVID and then get someone else COVID and get them killed, right? I don't want to do that. Why didn't I cast this on turn 1? God damn it. But I'm gonna be so hyped if I can, you know, finally see a specialist and like get a breathing mask or whatever I need done. And if I can just get back to, you know, feeling like a normal human being again, I'm gonna be so hyped, dude. I am a little worried that I might have to have surgery, because I hope I'm not one of those people. Some people, there's just no fixing it without surgery. I so hope that's not the case, because it's such a nasty surgery and the recovery is so long. I don't want to have to deal with that, but we'll see what happens. Okay, now we use our second skill. Actually works out really well. The dream would have been being able to line up that evade with her MP, like the boss's MP, but that's really unlikely. So she has her defense up. We don't have the defense removal command code. Do I do Buster, Buster, Buster then? That might be the only way we break. If we can break, we should try. Yeah, her sword is a bit extreme. You know, the shoes. He looks cool though. It's one of the few cut-ins that I think works and doesn't feel super forced. Wow, my god. So we would have broke there if she hadn't cast Imperial Privilege. Or if she hadn't procced the goddamn defense up. Well, we're already almost dead. That's great. That's a yikes. We can live long enough to get our skills back. That'll really help. Could you crit, please? That would be really nice. There we go. Still, I was hoping to get, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I wanted that crit to enable getting overkill really soon, so we'd get the overkill bonus, like, really early, but it didn't work out. What's my least favorite cat? I don't know. I have to look at them all again, but I think quite a few of them are kind of crappy. Well, this turn sucks. Look at that double. Look. We have so much damage right now, and we can't get any of it. Cleopatra, ladies and gentlemen.
Yuko, so you Yuko.
I think the good ones are like, off the top of my head, I'm probably forgetting some that are good, but like Okita Altars is fine, Gills is fine, Achilles is fine. Like Achilles and Okita Altars are probably the best too. But some of them really are not that great. We're gonna die before we get other skills back unless she casts a lot of skills here. The defense up was just running us. She just every turn she had that defense up. We really need that defense removal command code, I think. I don't think we would have won with that, but we could have done better. I'll take these crits though. Cast a skill, cast a skill! Nope. By Cruel World. With the right command codes and a bit of luck, I'm not sure she could win. She could get damn close. She could obviously win with the Yang CE, but that's, you know, that's a lot of people. But she could get pretty close, I feel. Obviously she's half counterclassing though, so she has a leg up on, you know, the neutral people. The neutral people are having to work a bit harder, but you know, she's not as bad as people make her out to be. She really isn't. Alright. I'm excited to see where this goes. He might not be able to do it. This is seriously a tall order without... if you're pure neutral and you don't have the Yang CE, this is a hell of a hard stage to do. So I don't expect him to win, because seriously, really only the big boys have won in this context. But he has impressed me every time I've used him, so... Hold on, let's fix some things here. That's better. Yeah, you might be right, Beastly. We'll see. Yeah, it really is. Looping is such a big deal. Okay, that's just okay. Kill the music. Kill the music. That was not a motivated hand. That was not a motivated hand. Try this again.
大丈夫大丈夫。これでどうかな。いいでしょう。ああ、はいはい。
Wow, you have that, Beastly God.
では、行くぞ、マスター。
I actually thought about using Leonidas' quick there. Whoops, wrong button. But just more stars, you know. Hey, thank you for the sub, Arashishi or Arashia something. I'm not gonna lie, I have no Thea? I don't know. Whatever the hell your name is, that's a hard one. Thank you for the subs. I can't say names anyway. We already know this. Okay, what are we doing here? I think we cast everything. That's like a staple of my channel at this point. I just gotta live with it. Damn it! You want a crit, bud? No, I mean we're gonna loop anyway, but I love his NP, man. I should put it in slow-mo though. It looks really good in slow-mo. What's really gonna get him, and this is what gets a lot of people here, is the invulnerability, right? That's gonna slow down the train quite a bit. By the way, I don't believe for 1 second that this stage for him was not a Virgil reference. I am so sure that they did that on purpose. Like, obviously it's different enough, you know, please don't copyright strike, yada yada, but I really do think that was a reference, because it's just, yeah, no, the PA's from Devil May Cry, for God's sakes. You know, he's using a katana, he's got the thing, like, there's just so many things going on there. Like, obviously, they made him his own character, you know, first, and he's, you know, got his own characterization and everything, but I definitely think they wanted to do a bit of a nod with that. Okay, this is, I'm not going to do invulnerability yet, because we still have our defense up, so if we're going to face tank a turn, this is the one to do. We might die here, though, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Okay, she does not have her defense buff. It's going to be rough if she casts it now. I tell you, Cleopatra really is ahead of the average boss of like this tier of difficulty that we want, just because of that free invulnerability turn. Whew. Okay. We got a few more turns going. Ah, damn it, she cast her defense up. Why couldn't that miss? We've got the command code, but it's not on the card that we want. Fuck, we've guaranteed art crits, man. And we have a crit buff. Ugh, we gotta do it though. It's a fucking 40% defense buff for 3 turns. I mean, it's like, what are you gonna do? Look at that. The other Buster's got 70. This hurts so bad. Oh god, why? This might well stop us from looping, but you know, Cleo things. I think we like beat up the snake more than anything there. The snake did nothing wrong, man. He's just hanging out. Man, we could have looped there so easy. Oh, that's, and she cast it again. We might still win. We're gonna be cutting it real close. We would not be cutting it close if it wasn't for that turn, by the way. We'd actually be looking like real good if it wasn't for that shit. But it wasn't a waste because it made our MP not have to deal with the defense up and stuff. We might lose though. We absolutely would have won if we could have done art there though. Because we would have NP'd again. And then we would have NP'd again. Isn't my wife so amazing, Caesar? Indeed. You could definitely improve that, that CGI on the snake though. Animation update for the snake. We have to win this turn. Our crit chance is shit. I think we actually do more damage. Well, no, we'll have double art down. I think art chain is slightly more damage because of the 3 of a kind bonus. It's hard to say though because Buster first card bonus is such a big deal. But, because we have art up and double art resist down, we might kill here. We have a lot in our favor. It's just we have no crits. We have 2 6% crits. No, so he can do it though. He can do it. You just need things to line up a little bit better. Cause look how close we are. Like he can do. That is I gotta say that is crazy impressive. Even though he failed, the fact that he can do it, he's kind of in the boat with Canis, where he can do it but not 100% win rate. That's really impressive because so many units can't do that without the Yang CE. Like if they're pure neutral, they're not getting that far, right? It's like, yeah, if you're counterclassing, sure, it's not so bad, but that's pretty damn impressive. And yeah, he's only in P3 too, so yeah, he's up there with the big boys, I think. That's pretty impressive. And he has crit down. I love units like him that have crit down because the uptime on it is so much, you generally don't get crit any. That's awesome, right? Because crits can just shut you the fuck down. Yeah, he's limited, unfortunately. But yeah, he's damn good, man. I would love to test Sitting Master and all that here as well. Oh, hey look, there's a Sitting Master. How about that? I think Sitting Master will be able to do this. Now, I will say if that run, if not Virgil had been in P5, like this Sitting Master is, he would have won. So, you know, we'll see. But I think Sitting Master might be a little bit ahead in a pure solo. It depends on the kind of solo. But we'll see. It's hard to say. When you're counterclassing, I think Sitting Master really shines because you get so much more mileage out of your health bar when you're counterclassing. All the attack downs, you know, really matter. But when it's more bursty, I think not Virgil might have a bit of an edge there. Yeah, he's not 2K FOD either. Seriously, if he was truly, you know, ready to go, which, you know, he's getting there, but if he was, you know, as upgraded as some of the other, like, big boys we've used, like, you know, Fujino and Canis and Ku, so on and so forth, yeah, I'm pretty sure he'd have it in spades. So here's what's really fucked up. So if I use Billy the Kid here, he's not gonna embarrass himself, but I don't. He's not gonna beat it. You know. And you might say, well, he's a 3-star, and you know, fair enough. He is a 3-star, and generally 3-stars are just like almost no 3-stars are going to do this at neutral. Right? If they're counterclassing, then yeah, of course they could do it. If they're half counterclassing, they might be able to do it. But if you're pure neutral, overwhelmingly most 3-stars are just not going to be able to do this. But then yeah, you have fucking Ku, who's a goddamn 3-star, and he's keeping up no problem with all these, you know, bullshit big boy golds and shit. It's just, why can't Billy be like that? That's what I'm getting at, right? Why can't Billy be one of those? But he's not one of those. Billy's a normal 3-star. By the way, they decided to buff Ku and not buff Diarmid or Taiga or Proto-Ku, or Billy, or Jin K, or Medea, or, you know, none of those, you know, fuck those, we gotta buff Ku again. Leonidas, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, Medea life, dude. Okay, I'm gonna restart. That's bullshit. Like, both of those turns, we got nothing done, and we're sitting here at 97%. Like, okay. Okay, game. He might still be able to do it, it's true, but I'm trying to get, like, some degree of testing in here, so I don't want him going in that handicapped. Although I guess it's okay if he's somewhat handicapped because not Virgil's in P3, Sitting Master's in P5, not Virgil's not 2K foe, Sitting Master is 2K foe, right? So it would have been kind of fair, but still, that's such a, not getting your MP like that is such a, oof. Buffing Taiga's in huge, which is pretty small. Chat, imagine this. Imagine this. I'm about to make Taiga fans like drool because I think this is actually fair. This would make her such a strong 3-star, but that's okay. It's okay if Taiga's a really strong 3-star, but this would make her one of the best. You buff her MP, and then you give it a new effect where it lowers her cooldown by 1 turn, and maybe you give it a 50% chance to lower your cooldowns by 1 turn. That would be so broken. But I don't think it would be like, it's not like some other units that if they were like that, that'd be too much. But I don't think that would actually be too much on Taiga because she's a buster unit, so she can't do NP refund nonsense. You're not going to be spamming her NP. You could certainly double NP, but you're going to have to front load to do that, right? You could K-Scope, Merlin, Waiver, stuff like that. but you're not gonna be NPing like 6 times in a row. That's not gonna happen. And her cooldowns are so long that she's one. I'm telling you, almost every unit in this game, you could not give them that buff. It would be way too stupid. I'd say like 90% of the units in this game, if you gave them an NP buff that would lower their cooldowns by 1, that would just be completely busted. I don't think it's busted on her because her cooldowns are just so freaking long, and then she's Buster and she doesn't really have like a big battery or anything like that, right? So it's fine. So she's one of the few units I think could get away with that, and I think that would help her a lot. Give Merlin that buff, please no. Give that to Fujino, oh dear god. Yeah, please no. At least it'd be better on Fujino than some people though, because at least Fujino, it doesn't NP that rapidly, but she does not need that. Can I get Sitting Master cards, please? Sitting Master cards, please. Like, holy crap. I don't need Brave Chains, but, you know, give me like a art card and then like 2 cards next turn, right? You just, you know, normie shit here. Leonidas, don't do it. Leonidas, don't you fucking did it. Thankfully, we got Leonidas' art card, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna get our NP anyway. But, well, this does kind of help make up for the fact that Sitting Master's got, you know, the better upgrades. Persona's Sitting Master's is pretty nice, man. He put a lot of work into making him a strong boy. Glad. Alright, let me think. We gotta play the long game. That's how he works. Kind of worried though we're gonna get crits. That's the worry. I think we do our 3rd skill and we NP and that's it. Maybe our 1st skill too, actually. Yeah, probably our 1st skill. Well, not a good time for the star absorption thing, though. Yeah, but I want to use it and use Atlas and get it back. That's the thing. Oh man, we got the command card boost too. That's nice. Man, Persona really ready for these Sitting Master setups, man. I bet you he's always... I've seen him use them a lot, but I'm imagining... not only is he good at solo, but surely this is really good when you do art teams and stuff. Like, damn. Luke, by the way, didn't even need to crit. Well, that's what I was worried about, getting crit a lot, and oh look, we got crit a lot. Okay, we should break here, nice and smooth. I would really appreciate a YOLO crit on our side, because the boss just crit us, so I would really like to, you know, get more NP gain here, because we don't have the art up anymore. Yeah, we'll wrap up soon, Rex, it is quite late. Regular Okita should do pretty well here. She's pretty solid solo unit. I'm not sure she would win because it really is hard to win this, but the overkill will help. Yeah, there we go. Probably not quite enough to get our NP here. It kind of depends on what she does. It'd be so good if we get her NP here though. Because even though we couldn't hurt her, getting another attack down might be worth it. Would it be though? I don't know. Because she just cleared them. That does suck. That definitely is an oof. As an oof though for Virgil too, or not Virgil, excuse me, because if there's her art resistance down too. Do we NP here? If we crit, yes. If we don't crit, no. Our crit chance is pretty meh. We gotta play that long game though. It's really wrong to NP here if we don't crit. Because we're basically throwing our NP away just to do a 20% attack down. But it lasts 3 turns. And we're probably gonna, yeah, I'm gonna try it. We gotta, because You know, we might crit, and you know, maybe she does her max hit count over and over again, right? Maybe she does like, you know, triple attack max hit count. There's multiple ways we can get her NP back here. Although if we don't get it, it is going to be pretty nasty. We want her to do her quick. Her quick is 4 hit count. It's like, don't do art, right? Her buster's 3 and her quick is 4, but then her art is only 2. I'm glad we got the attack down there, but by the way, she did a lot of low hit count there. That did not go well. But it was kind of necessary though, because man, we're taking damage here. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done invulnerability actually. So I should not impede, and then I should have because yeah, this is not a good time for our NP gain up. It's not worth it. Misplay! Why do we have an anti-track in command code? That must have been from a different stage. Okay, Rex, let's not be a tyrant now. Okay. Let's see. I'm only gonna have. I'll have 40% attack down. I should probably do invulnerability. Well, I misplayed then. I really misplayed with that NP earlier. I mean, if we got lucky, it wouldn't have been a misplay, but we didn't get lucky, so. Fuck, and she did defense up. Well, I can't afford to do it right now anyway. Fuck!
我が心は不動しかして自由にやらねばならぬすなわちこれ無念無双の境地なり剣術無双健全一二新歌劇
Wow. Okay. Fuck. Huh. Probably should have gotten rid of that defense buff last turn then. Not going super well here, but if I had played correctly, I think we would have gotten about as far as not Virgil. Potentially farther, actually. Because, yeah, it's 80% defense heavy. Well, if her skill rank isn't 10, then maybe it's not. It's always hard to say with these. Or their skill ranks probably are 10 here. I've noticed these CCC fights, the, you know, fucking Siegfried actually did his interlude and shit. But, I really did mess up during that NP. Like, a lot of things didn't sync up right because of that. Like, then I used my third skill and wait, because of it, I kind of had to use my third skill. But like, if I still had my NP, I could have done the NP gain for my third skill towards the next NP, right? Like, that's a big deal. Well, we're pretty much gonna die here, so we should try to do max damage on this one. Yeah, if I had played properly and I had not NP'd when I did, I think he would have done about as well as not Virgil, maybe slightly better, hard to say. But yeah, they're pretty comparable in this one. Cause yeah, he's really close, and I absolutely did not play that right. Like, I would have definitely gotten more value if I had not done what I did. I mean, he might have won, honestly. That was a pretty big slip up. And he might have won if I had not done that. It'd be close. I think both of them are in that range where they can win, but neither of them are going to have a 100% win rate. Like, definitely not. But Saito could be stronger because he's not quite as upgraded. So they're both really good. I think if they're both maxed out, I think not Virgil might have the slight edge there. But I think Sitting Master would have the edge if you're fighting a Lancer, just because you're going to get a lot more out of those attack downs if you're fighting a Lancer. Obviously, we don't have a Lancer that's hard enough to, like, justify that, but, you know, maybe someday. I think we'll wrap up there. It's late, and we did get a fair bit done there, so that was nice. Super happy with today's stream, though, man. That was awesome getting Kintoki and Asclepius on my ult, like hell yeah. But alright, thanks for hanging out, everybody. I might do more art nights tomorrow, and I might try to get some, might do some FGO versus chat if I can get that all set up and stuff. We'll see. But soon we're gonna be doing 5.5. Because of that, though, there might be a few days where I don't stream because I want to like, you know, get stuff done on my main and make videos and edit and blah 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 blah. I'm certainly going to be streaming throughout 5.5, but there may be a few days here and there where I don't do that. So we'll just have to see. Because yeah, I do want to make sure I'm, you know, getting shit done on my main and making some good videos and putting effort into editing and all that kind of nonsense. But yeah, we'll definitely be doing chat versus FGO soon. Won't be doing that for 5.5 though. That I want to actually play that myself. But for NA, I think we'll do that quite a bit actually. All right, lads, you have a good one. Oh, let's raid. We should raid somebody. Hold on. Back it up. Let's see. What do we got here? Not a lot of people. Dude, there are 300 people watching FGO. Feels bad, man. And we're 200 of them, so that's rough, man. FGO, please. Okay, here we go. I don't know this guy, so I cannot vouch for quality or anything, but he's playing the main story right now. I think he's on NA, so he's got 1 viewer. So let's give this guy some love here. And all right, boys, I will see you later. Peace.